agree, but I want to make it clear to like the boxing writers who listen to this show. I'm scanning Twitter right now, and I'm telling you that in a boxing feed only, and I am currently 14 hours back. Let me go. Like this has been going on. I know about the Philippines thing because it's been making mainstream news, but not heavily, but it is.
Yeah, because of the
I'm
people
not
that they're
looking at
executing.
anything. There isn't anything on the boxing feed about Manny Pacquiao's relationship as a senator or
Saying he's in some fraternity with this president. They're in some kind of brotherhood. I guess they both
I
have a.
don't, a little bit of research isn't going to hurt anybody. Okay, here's the first Manny Pacquiao. Like, I suppose I could ask Pacquiao on the feed, but I know it's only going to be boxing related. And that's kind of disappointing. I mean, while doing this story, to just type in Pacquiao and scan through and see if there's anything. Nope. Talking about Pacquiao getting ready. Liz Habib of Fox
Well,
Sports.
what's getting more push is
Uh,
the fact that he admitted to using drugs.
Using drugs.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
that's
Liz
the one that's
Habib's
getting the
talking
push.
about.
But if people
Yeah.
actually read articles instead of titles, they would see there's something much more evil that's being said by Manny Pacquiao. I don't care that Pacquiao has done drugs, even though it does kind of throw him into the question again of was he using steroids when he moved up so many weight divisions, did something that no other fighter in history has done. Probably,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you could say that now because he's admitted that he uses drugs as a kid. So why would anything change as a young adult?
So
Especially,
here's my question, knowing the people that listen to our show, right? Literally over the last couple of days since we did the show, there seems to be this huge debate going on between Pacquiao and Mayweather again. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at people having an open discussion about Pacquiao and Mayweather again over the
we'll
last
see how
couple of
that if
days.
that changes in a week. And next Sunday, 7 days from now, Lee, when we do our next show, I'm gonna see. I want to know if this is gonna change.
I'd like to see the writer. I know that you guys listen to. I know that there are boxing writers who listen to this show. Put some shit into the feed. See what happens. See if it doesn't get a social media following. Like the first closest thing is there's some stuff in foreign languages about him being a senator in some of his quotes, but you know, going back all the way to you know, I'm at September 21st. I mean, it's really this is just a straight Pacquiao search on Twitter, and it's boxing related. So the one or two
This
writers, there's,
Hey Lee, this
I
president,
know that's a funny joke, but
this
you guys
Lee
step up.
Lee, the president took office June 30th, and already 3,100 people have been killed or executed.
Boxing writers, you listen to this show, step up, do something. You guys have a better forum than I do. My job is just to entertain you. Your job is to generate conversations with real boxing fans on the forums. So get to it.
I'm gonna go Vargas, just like I said, Canelo Mayweather. Give Las Vegas 5 and they'll give you the 2. I'm telling you, Lee. Politics, I think, are gonna fall on Vargas's side, even if they have to rematch Pacquiao. If Vargas can show that he can go toe to toe and give Vegas 5 so they can give him 7, they will give him the rematch and he'll do it again.
Yeah.
That's all he has to show here. But this is big for Jesse Vargas going into this fight with Manny. Manny's got a lot of distractions. I know this had to have caused an uproar in the Philippines, Lee. I have no connection out there to see what people are saying about Pacquiao in his homeland. But like I said, there's been a lot of unjustified executions going on in that country. And for Manny to come with this kind of a statement to say that God has anointed this man. This is insane. This is crazy for Pacquiao, and I don't see a lot of people standing behind him after this. But who knows, Lee? I did think that when he said that homosexuality was considered worse than animals, we did think that might affect his run as a Senate, and he won with a landslide.
All right, let's move on since we are talking about drugs. It seems to be the theme between all the shows this week. Uh, let's talk about cocaine, shall we?
Sad.
So the next story that's out, and I thought this was really let me give everybody the timeline. For those that don't know, the Tyson Fury match between Klitschko was postponed because of mental health issues
Depression.
with depression,
Yeah.
right? Wait, which led to, and I'm not even joking about it, Lennox Lewis putting out this, hey, for those of you who don't know about depression, it is
A
real.
lot of,
I
yeah.
hope my
Yeah.
friend gets help. You know, everybody does the outpouring of, you got to know about depression. All right, cut to a couple of days later. And what did we find out basically on the 30th? And it was talked about quite a bit on Press Row. It wasn't really depression. It was quite a bit of cocaine.
Well, coming down will lead you to depression. I don't know if anyone's seen the Chris Brown recent Snapchat he released, but he looks like he's depressed in the back seat of a car Lee, after a long night of partying. Sort of, I think that's how Tyson Fury was probably feeling when he pulled out of that
And
fight.
so he was depressed. What I want to think, and it's funny because I went back and checked, and a lot of people deleted their posts about depression.
It's paranoia, man. You start thinking your friends around you hate you, Lee. Everyone's out to get you. Come
Uh,
on.
I like it when boxers do stuff that actually makes me laugh without even trying. So everybody jumped on this. Hey, let's close the ride at Knott's Berry Farm because they're making fun of mental health and depression is real. All right, I'm going to let everybody in on a secret. I actually suffer from clinical depression. You know what? I take my medication, I eat right, and I exercise. I feel just fine. Thank you for
And
asking.
sometimes staying up for 3 nights doing
Well,
cocaine
yeah,
will
if I
lead
were
to
to go back
delusions.
as a recovering alcoholic and an addict, I can safely tell everybody who
Paranoia.
listens to the show, my drug of choice was doing lots and lots of cocaine.
Yeah, come on now.
And I don't want to let anybody in on a big secret, but I'm going to tell you all about Tyson Fury. When you stop doing lots of cocaine for many days, you feel like killing yourself
Yeah.
and you get really depressed. And I think it's really important in this country that we do talk about depression. I'm not making light of it. I'm just telling you, everybody stop being so fucking
No, no,
PC.
no.
Speaking,
They got to stay on track. What we said last week. Strip him of the titles. Look, once he brought
oh
in
yeah,
the
no,
mental,
which leads to
yeah,
and that talk is
there ain't no
his next fight
sympathy
with
here.
Joshua. Yeah, I think Joshua's fight. Well, that's yesterday. Now it's Saturday. You're listening to this on Monday. I'm telling you now the talk is, and I just saw this on Sweet Science. Tyson Fury's belt should be included when Klitschko fights Joshua.
Yeah,
And I agree. IBF WBA, right? That would be IBF WBA.
Klitschko was the second. He was supposed to get the rematch. He had the rematch clause with the champion vacating the belt for whatever reason. Klitschko should fight for that title. And look at Joshua. We wanted him to step up. Excuse me, his competition. Now this is huge. This is a big jump for Anthony Joshua, who really hasn't ever faced anyone like Klitschko. Although I like everything Joshua has shown us on his rise to being a champion. Um, Klitschko's a huge fight, but yeah, Lee, if they get this done, what a beginning of a career for this kid.
You're
Deontay Wilder.
very high on. You've been high on Joshua for a
Yes, I
while.
have, but I didn't want him to fight Klitschko in his next fight. I
Yeah, well,
I
he
wasn't
doesn't have a
that. No, I
choice.
know
This is
that.
happening. This is real time.
No, and it
And for those
is.
of you who
It
don't know
is.
the timeline, here's basically what happened. Literally the day after Tyson Fury was diagnosed as depressed from doing way too much cocaine,
Way too much.
Klitsch K2 went immediately into discussions with Joshua for his title. And now the big talk is, yeah, toss the WBA into that mix. So now you've literally got a WBA IBF championship fight. Don't expect him to get Deontay Wilder. Don't expect the WBC and PBC to ever put Deontay Wilder in front of Klitschko. It will never happen.
Wow.
I am telling you, he will drop the belt before he fights Klitschko. There is no way Deontay Wilder is going to want a piece of this. And now everybody's, and I said this last night, tell me if this doesn't sound familiar. Guys that are supposed to fight Klitschko are now suddenly having drug problems, depression. They can't fight. They got a broken finger. They're out till next
It's
year.
always been tight. Yeah, and
It's
Tyson
the triple,
Fury.
I call it triple G-itis.
Tyson
Everybody in the heavyweight division suddenly got triple G-itis the minute Klitschko decided to, yeah, I'm going to get every belt in the division. The minute he held that press conference and made it clear that he wanted to win back every single belt in the division, that he was training, and then the reports came out about him legitimately training again like the old Klitschko, everybody suddenly got a bout of triple G-itis. Oh, I'm depressed. I'm doing too much cocaine. Oh, I broke something. I can't
My
fight till
thumb
next year.
hurts.
I guarantee I'm not going to be surprised, Andrew, if Joshua suddenly, at the last minute, just a month before the fight, oh, I got hurt in sparring. I can't fight. I don't blame you. You're you're a child. What are you're getting into the ring with a man, a full-grown man who knocks people out. My opinion, this is way too soon for Joshua.
Yeah. Yep. I would agree. I would agree. He definitely is not the favorite going into this fight, Lee. Um, I don't even know if he could take the punch. Look, see, if he can take the punch of Klitschko, I think Joshua has the offense. He's shown us against ordinary fighters that he has a great offense. His speed and power in both hands. The problem is when Klitschko lands his right hand, what is it going to do to this young man? We've seen a lot of times especially in the heavyweight division, where prospects come up that big title shot and get annihilated 4 or 5 rounds because they just never been hit by a professional and elite heavyweight champion,
By
what
a heavyweight.
Klitschko is.
Yeah. And that is the problem.
I'm telling you right now, that's what would be Deontay Wilder's biggest problem going in, because I've seen Deontay blink and literally he backs straight up. He relies too much on his height, Lee, because there's nobody, or I shouldn't say nobody, but it's rare in boxing heavyweight nowadays that we have 2 6'7" guys in the ring at the same time. There's just not a lot of big men in our sport anymore. They're going football, they're going basketball, wherever. They've moved away from boxing a lot. Deontay has never really had that issue. The problem with that is when you get into the top 3, the top 4 of the best in the world, they're all your size, man. Nobody's smaller than you. All of these guys are
Yep.
6'6", 6'7", and that whole blinking and trying to just go straight back, that is going to be a serious issue. And I know that's why his guys have been protecting him for this long. We got to remember too, it was Povetkin is still Deontay's mandatory.
Yeah, I completely agree. But you know how bad the WBC is at protecting their champions.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you get a WBC title, I could safely tell you this: you can remain champion for as long as you want to be champion. I mean, that's legit. It's that ridiculous. Oh well. Moving on to more people who have drug and alcohol issues. Victor Ortiz was arrested for
Oh,
DUI.
Victor. What a dumbass. Go ahead, Lee.
No, go ahead. You're the one who gave me the story list.
Oh, that's all you're gonna. That's all.
That's all you gave me.
Oh man, yeah, Victor Ortiz. He got busted on a DUI. His mugshot. He doesn't look that drunk. It's not your typical celebrity mugshot. You know when they look shit faced, hammered.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not that. But yeah.
Well, his regular photo makes him look shit-faced hammered.
No, it was. I don't know. We'll see what he gets. He's probably drunk on wine coolers or something, Lee. They probably got him for just being over the limit. You know that.
Well,
I'll make a bet with you right now. He was barely over the limit. Little sissy boy. Couldn't walk straight.
and last but not least, I don't understand your last story, so hit me up to it. What did Bob Arum say about Oscar De La Hoya
Hey,
this time?
basically said he's Canelo's mother now.
Oh, that's what it reads, yeah. Yeah, he is. And you know what? Screw you, Bob. You've been Oscar's mom. So what's the
No,
point?
no, no. You stop that. Oscar fought everybody in his career. If we had it, dude, if we had another De La Hoya right
I
now,
brought this
boxing
up
would
the
be
other day.
fine.
I brought this up the other day, and tell me if I'm wrong. Oscar De La Hoya was the first guy to legitimately contract fight, where he just dropped weight and got paid. He didn't
That was
show up to
late.
fight.
That was late in his career,
But
though. In the
the
peak of
beginning of.
huh,
Is Oscar not the problem with all things bad in boxing today?
right now,
Yeah.
I mean, what he's doing with Canelo, yeah, he's using a cheap ass blueprint of the Mayweather Heyman